centre of much debate at Old Trafford, Ed Woodward, the chief executive.
Justified, in your opinion?
Depends, Andy, if what we're hearing, and he's gone out to get players that won't join Manchester United because they don't want to play for the manager, I'm not sure that criticism is justified. But he's a big bonus tonight.
Massively.
Here is Fred! Well, at Wembley last season, it took Spurs 10.5 seconds to score against United. United nearly quicker than that against Spurs.
Well, the pre-match word was reaction. It's making a big difference to the way Manchester United have set up. Lingard has got a floating roll off Lukaku. And he looks as if he could turn into a fine Premier League player. He seems to have all the credentials to manage that. It's obviously going to take him time to adjust.
And now Lukaku with Pogba central and Lingard up. It's a very well taken. Whips in towards Kane. This could come out to Danny Rose, but Pogba's bulk was sufficient.
Smalling did for
Trippier's header, Eriksen's header. Very brave header from Jones in the face of an uplifted foot from Lucas Moura, who I'm sure had eyes for the ball, but it doesn't necessarily make his movement any less reckless or endangering. Coaxed in towards Kane, who just allowed Jones a sight of it.
Yeah, United appealing for an offside, but the assistant had his flag.
Oh, Rose, Lukaku's onto it, keeper's beaten, and Lukaku has dragged it right across the face of an empty net, and Rose breathes heavily.
Danny has come off smelling of roses. It's just very weak from him, and luckily for Tottenham that he had to do everything quickly on his weaker foot. But you would still think...
Shaw's on his way. Shaw for Lukaku, who didn't catch it right.
Yeah, well, I think to catch that cleanly, I think Shaw would have needed to kind of zip it along the turf, but it just bounced into Lukaku.
Matic for Valencia, who was ambitious.
Yeah, and there was a very good run just outside him from Ander Herrera.
Flipped in by Shaw, and won well by Smalling. Eriksen. Leave it out by Smalling. Dele Alli on his way for Tottenham Hotspur. And an immaculate tackle from Chris Smalling.
Are you watching Bailly and Lindelof?
Fred. Lukaku!
Yeah, I mean, Lingard's given a little pat on the shoulder.
That's a thrilling run. And he has gone to ground inside the penalty area. Fred for United. Yeah. Valencia, Matic. Corner.
Oh, I think they got away with the second one big time.
Cleared by Vertonghen. Lucas Moura. Eriksen. Draws a save from David De Gea.
Yeah, and again, it wasn't particularly clean from Eriksen in the end. It's a lovely little...
Trippier. But all the way through here to Dele Alli. Denied by Ander Herrera, who is Manchester United's chief putter out of fires.
Yeah,
well, he certainly put one out then.
But that was a breakdown in communication.
For whom the angle became too tight. Causing him inconvenience and finding Pogba! Another shot across the Tottenham bows.
Well, then he's going to have to react, and you never know where it might land. And it just...
It's a lovely return for Lingard, who overran it under pressure from Vertonghen. Trippier for Eriksen, and Dele Alli! Deflected wide. And Kane is up, and Kane scores! It's Tottenham who break through at Old Trafford. In pursuit of continued perfection. And Jose's problems pile up. Well, Lucas Moura too! Twice in a choice! Spurs have ripped into United. And Old Trafford is stunned here. Where to look?